Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out Rambo 3, not Rambo First Blood Part 3, not anything like that, just Rambo 3. I am very excited to check this movie out. Before we get into it, I'm just going to tell you what I know about this movie. I don't know much about this movie. I'm renting it on Amazon Prime, and when they, like on the title screen, it gives me the audience score, so I know what the audience score is, unfortunately, for this movie. I wish I didn't, but I do know. That's not really going to change my mind. The audience score is pretty okay. It's average, 5.8 out of 10. Like, very, very average. But, I mean, First Blood Part 2 I think it had a worse audience score, if I'm going to be honest. So, and I really enjoyed that movie. So the audience score is not going to deter me into not liking this movie. Other thing I know about this movie is that this takes place in Afghanistan. Someone in the comments, or a few people in the comments, I'm not sure, told me that it takes place in Afghanistan. It's not really a spoiler because that's just kind of where it takes place, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know what the plot of this movie is, if there is a plot in this movie, because the plot in the last movie was very bare bones. There wasn't a lot of emotional depth to it. It was very much just, let's save these guys and let's shoot them up sort of movie, compared to the first movie, which was had a lot of emotion, a lot of character, and a lot of story, which was really good and not what I expected. And the second movie was what I expected the first Rambo movie to be, if that makes any sense. So I wonder what this movie is going to be like. I feel like the rest of the movies after the first one are way more like shoot 'em up type films, just because that's the Rambo that I have always known. Even though I've never watched the movies, I've always seen it advertised as like this really cool guy called Rambo who just kills people. And I feel like after the first movie, they just kind of went full on action movies, and I feel like this is going to be kind of the same thing. I don't really know much else about the movie though, and I'm just very excited to get going on this movie. Before we get going, if you'd like to watch more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon, where I have uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my TV shows and movies such as Cobra Kai and the rest of my movies on YouTube 1 week early. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose. Thank you so much if you check it out, and let's get back to the video. Okay, before we start Rambo though, we have to do the lighting, and I know what I'm doing for the lighting today. I'm gonna turn on my light, and you can try and just like think about what I'm going to do, because I already know what I'm gonna do. Boop! Nice. Okay, so the lighting today, can you guess what color it is? I'll give you 5 seconds. If you said pink, you're wrong. I'm making it green today, and I'm pretty sure I had it green for the last movie because of the forest, but I'm making it green today because on the still frame for this movie that Amazon Prime Video is giving me, he's wearing the avocado necklace that his lover gave him in the last movie. So this is in honor of his dead lover, because she died getting shot by that guy who got exploded by the bow and arrow. I think that was the same guy, right? And yeah, the avocado, in honor of the avocado stone necklace looking thing. Yeah, that is why I'm using this lighting. Anyways, let's get into this movie. Without further ado, Rambo 3. Sylvester Stallone. His name? Oh, that title kind of scared me a little bit, to be honest with you. Just kind of jump scared in there. I wonder how long after the first or the second movie this takes place. That looks like Rambo's muscles, but it also, this is kind of making it seem like these guys are about to get assassinated or something. Oh, never mind. It looks like he's boxing. Coca-Cola! Ah, there it is. Oh, maybe he's not boxing. It kind of looks like he was going boxing with like making gloves for himself. Yeah! Oh, the headband! Let's go! I love it. Ah, I'm a genius. He is boxing, or like just fighting or something. I'm a genius. You can say it. You can say it if you want. I'm a genius. Now, was Sylvester Stallone a bodybuilder like Arnold, or was he just really muscular? Dude, stop getting beaten against curly-haired Aquaman. Beat this guy up. Oh, this guy should be Rambo. He should take Sylvester Stallone's place, if I'm being honest. Rambo got angry after I told him that this other guy should be Rambo. He's like, no, I am the Rambo. Pretending he can't hear. What? It's too loud. I can't hear you. I'm getting on a boat with these monks. Imagine walking up that every day. That is intense.
John Rambo.
It's so pretty here. Wherever this is shot, I want to go visit. I heard that the second movie was filmed in Mexico. Is this in Mexico, or did they actually go to Thailand this time?
John, I'd like you to take a look at some of these photos. I don't know how much you know about Afghanistan.
Is it just me, but does the Colonel look younger in this movie than he did in the last movie? So odd.
Investigate the problem firsthand.
What's that got to do with me?
Both movies have been sort of about, besides the first movie, the second one and now this one have been sort of about Russia, you know, as the opposing force.
Come with me, John.
Okay, I'll come.
I like belonging to something. You do belong to something.
Ah, the military is not. No.
I don't want it. That's too bad, because you're stuck with it.
He has the avocado on his neck, though. I love it. I know I said that for the lighting, but I love that little addition.
It's got to end for me sometime.
I understand.
So how is he going to be dragged into this? Are they going to like force him into it? Is someone that he knows going to be affected? Oh, I bet the Colonel's going to get hurt or something, hey? And then he's going to be like, for the Colonel! And then he's going to go in there. Okay, I'm guessing this is Afghanistan now, considering it's a desert. Oh my god, I think I'm going to be right. I think he's going to get hurt. I really hope he doesn't, but I think he is going to get hurt. You're not going to be able to beat this helicopter. It's so cool looking and so good. Okay, so he's been captured and now Rambo's going to... Okay, I was right. Again, I'm a genius. Again, my genius knows no bounds.
Can you get me in?
You're not serious.
Oh yeah, I'm serious.
This time, it's revenge.
I'm used to it.
We'll get back.
He's basically never existed anywhere, you know? That's kind of what he was talking about at the start of the movie. He finally belongs somewhere. Because he's never really belonged anywhere, existed anywhere before. Whoa, why are there crutches? Why are there crutches? I guess he just makes like crutches and legs and guns. Kind of a weird, two very different industries I feel like, but maybe it works.
What does it do?
Turns blue.
He likes the color blue, okay? My light should have been blue. Dang it.
Men, come with us.
There's no rescue team.
Also, he just wasted that glow stick. Just want everyone to know that he wasted that glow stick, and it kind of bugged me a little bit.
Maybe you should go back home and think it all over again. For a very long time.
He looks like he's never been in war. Are you serious? He has a giant scar on his face. Those helicopters are so cool. What the heck? I want one. If anyone wants to sell me one, I'll buy it for like $5, $6. I don't know.
If I'm going to be interrogated, I want to be interrogated by your superiors.
I am my superiors.
Abandoned by your government.
Ah, was he abandoned by his government? Kind of sounds like he is.
Can't defeat a people like that. We tried. We already had our Vietnam. Now you're going to have yours.
So.
I was about to ask, what was the moment that they tried? Was what the Colonel's saying true? Is this kind of like the Soviet Union's Vietnam-esque war? Because I know the war in Afghanistan has been going on a long time. Not just when this movie is, like in my lifetime as well, obviously. But when it started, I don't know much about how it started. And did it start kind of like the Soviet Union kind of just invading it? I need a history lesson. I need to look up this stuff after the movie. It's always really interesting.
You understand what this means?
That you guys don't take any shit.
Yes.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
We will traverse through them. It will be safer. We go.
They can pretend to be cavemen. Haha. Boom. Bad joke.
I knew you were lying.
That's a very weird torture device. Like, I guess that might hurt, but I feel like you could just relax your arms and then you could just kind of hang there limp, you know?
In your ass.
He checks. He's like, wait, are they? Really? Are you sure? No! No, 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 no. Jeez, that is a big gun. That is a huge gun. I feel like they're not gonna welcome Rambo with a nice birthday cake or anything, are they?
Kids here.
Yes. But they are good fighters too.
Aw, not child soldiers. Child soldiers always make me so upset and very sad. If even one of the kids die in this movie, I am going to scream or something. I don't know. It'll be heartbreaking.
More gifts from the Soviets. They look like toys, but they are mines. We teach the children not to touch. Some learn too late.
You know what I really like about this movie so far? Usually movies that are set in the Middle East have the Middle Eastern people be the bad guys. And I really like that these guys are really just nice people and just normal people. And I don't know, it's kind of refreshing to see that.
I do not think you go this way.
That we should go through the minefields I'd never expected.
This
Yeah.
will not be done.
They never expect it because there's mines on the ground.
We lose more men if we go there.
I don't need many men.
5. The king story. Bring 5. Bring 5 lions.
My name is Masood.
Vasood. I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of the names, by the way, in advance.
The next valley, 6,000 Afghans were killed.
What the heck?
Their babies thrown into the fires.
What the heck? Are you serious?
So we may speak among ourselves and find the best way to free this man.
This guy's giving a really good speech. So far this movie has been way less guns blazing than I thought it was going to be. I really appreciate it as well. I'm appreciating a lot about this movie at the moment. I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
Are you a soldier?
How long would it take to walk from Afghanistan to Arizona? Let's say there was like a bridge across the ocean as well.
Very good. Can I have it?
No. Kid.
What?
It's the coolest knife of all time. I want that knife. Chop my steak with a Rambo knife? That would be pretty awesome.
Come on, let's go.
Kind of reminds me of like Capture the Flag, but with like a sheep or something as the flag. I'm not sure. They judge your character on how well you play this game. Oh no, I forgot about the Russians coming. I forgot about the Soviet Union. They're like laughing at him. They're like, this guy sucks at the sport. What an amateur, Rambo. Oh! 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 What a shot! Wow, that was so awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god. That shot. Oh my god. Oh no. These poor people. I've grown to love this group of people because of all of the great like writing that they had at the start of this movie, you know? No! No, not her. I don't even know who she was, but she looks so innocent. Oh, now that was a good shot. I got some good shot chills from that shot. Oh my god, look at this. Do you see how low that was? Open fire, Rambo! Yeah! I'm not looking forward to this scene, seeing all the dead bodies everywhere. No, you can hear a kid crying. That's even worse. A baby crying. That was a really cool shot of him walking through the dust. I'm too sad to really have any enthusiasm for it at the moment.
Go while you can. This is not your war.
It is now.
It is now.
Oh my god! Am I a genius? I could write this movie. I could literally have written this movie. I should have writing credit for this movie. I'm glad he turned away the kid. I'm really glad he did that. Oh, the lone warrior walking off to the fortress. Checking for mines. Does that work? I feel like that would make the mines explode, but maybe it wouldn't. Oh, dude. Carefully. You're not even checking around the mine. What if there was one right next to it? To do a little sneaky 1-2. Are there still mines, or have they just gone past the mines now? I feel like they're really risking it for the biscuit. Don't touch it. No, I'm so nervous. I feel like this guy's gonna die at some point. No!
Go back. No.
Kid, what are you doing? The kid's gonna live. I don't know if the guy is, though. He should always have like wire cutters in his pocket just for this situation. Oh, did he catch that? Did he catch the lock so it didn't make any sound? That was pretty cool if he did. Setting charges. I like it. 9 minutes. Sorry, not 9 minutes. 10 minutes. I cannot tell the time. I'm bad at numbers. Oh no. No witnesses. No witnesses, Rambo. Did they find out that someone was invading, or is that just like every hour they light a flare to make sure? I hope the tank fires at some point. Oh my god, what the heck? This man is a genius.
Let's go anyway, no?
I feel like the guy moving the light would get really bored eventually. I feel like I would if I was just moving a light back and forth. I would not really be paying attention. This kid is going to get himself killed. I'm not having it. Like, I'm pretty sure he's going to live because he's a kid, and the movie wouldn't just kill like a main character kid, right? Like, all of those bombs are going to go off at way different times, though. I feel like they're going to go off like 3 minutes apart from each other. Is he getting flamethrower to death or something like that? What the heck? Like burned slowly as a form of torture? There's no music and I'm really stressed at the moment.
How the hell did you get in here? Can you move? You're damn right I can.
You're gonna talk quieter, Colonel? Rambo's whispering it, you're just talking like normal.
Go!
The plan was ruined. The plan was ruined. I love it when main characters... Oh, here comes the explosion! Woo! I love it when main characters just like stand in the middle somewhere, like legs spread. I don't know, I think it's so funny. Oh no, not the kid! No! Are you serious? Ow, 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 ow. Keep it in till you get to the hospital. Okay, the kid's not dead yet, but he looks a little dead. He's so limp. Woo! Yeah, run away from that explosion. Oh, I thought there was gonna be a big one behind him. Ah, it's so awesome. Ah, the blue glow stick. There's no way it makes that much light. It is a blue glow stick. He's a genius. Rambo's a genius. It's bazooka time. Woo! That is a nice explosion. That one is.
Who do you think this man is? Good.
Have you not seen his other 2 movies, dude? You might want to catch up. You fought bravely, kid. Aww. Aww. No, he gives that. Oh my god, for luck. The kid now has the avocado. Ew. Ew, that is so gross. I don't need to look at that, do I? His thumb is inside his back. Okay, now clog up the hole, please. Please bandage up the hole. Is he gonna pour the gunpowder on it and then burn it? Oh no! Oh no, I've seen this a bunch of times in movies and it's never nice. I never look forward to it. I do not like this, not one little bit. As you can tell, I'll probably never be a doctor. And these are the 30 commandos, right, that the Russian guy said? So 30 Arnolds versus 1 Sylvester Stallone. I must refuel with my juice box. I'm having apple juice today, boys. I don't know why that was so funny to me. Why did that joke make... Why did my own joke... Why was that so funny to me? What's that giant gun gonna do? He's right next to you. You can't just shoot him. It was a flamethrower. I was joking when I said, is he flamethrowering him to death or something like that? Ah, beautiful. Beautiful.
Come on.
He always loses his shirt at some point in the movie.
Can you fly that thing? Let's find out.
No way they fly the helicopter. No way. I love helicopter fight. Oh my god, he is flying it. Oh my god, helicopter chase. Let's do this thing. I thought he just knocked himself out on the door. Can you imagine? Fly away, Sylvester Stallone. Literally just fly away. Your helicopter is not looking good, Stallone. 3, 2, 1, boom! There we go. Ooh, what a shot. I love my silhouettes. I love my silhouettes.
Is it working? Not really.
I found a hole. Rambo, I found a hole. Here's some cover. No way, he explodes him with the arrow again. The exploding arrow part of the last movie was my favorite part, I think. Oh my god, please! Yes! I love it so much. Exploding arrow is my favorite thing in the whole Rambo trilogy.
Boy. Well done.
I knew he was going to say something like that. I thought he was going to say something like fried to a crisp.
We better split up. I'm sorry I got you into this.
I see at least 2 more exploding arrows and 2 people grappled down. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? But one of these men are going to get exploded by the arrow. They have to, right? Oh! I thought that was going to explode him. I was getting really excited. This is when Rambo becomes a horror movie. And if this is a horror movie, our main characters would be the Soviet commandos. They'd be our main characters. And Rambo would be the serial killer, stalker, hunter guy trying to kill them, kind of like the Predator. Oh my god. Why did that look so awesome? Dude, you're shooting your... What are you doing? You're shooting the guy who's screaming. Are you stupid? Obviously you're not commandos. You're like amateur does. Oh my god. That one was an exploding one. I would pretend to be dead at this point. Watching all my friends die. Nothing will ever beat the second movie, though, when he shot the guy with the exploding arrow. Nothing will ever beat that for movie kills ever again. Oh my god. Strangle him? Oh my god. He's like, Rambo, get out of the way. Let me shoot this man. You don't have to fight him. All you have to do is run. All you have to do is run away. Oh no, he's gonna get hanged and then exploded. How dramatic do you want a death to be? That was pretty dramatic. Hung, hanged, and then exploded simultaneously. What the heck? The writers could decide how they wanted him to die. So like, let's just do both of our ideas.
The son of a bitch.
I said, what did I say? I said I wanted this tank to fire at some point. You can't just show a tank and not have it fire. And the helicopter too. Boys, you're so dead. Boys, you're so dead. What if the rebels have those missiles that they were talking about at the start of the movie? Just let it rain down on them.
What do you say, John?
Together. Ah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Make every shot count, Rambo. Make every shot count. There's something in the skies. Is it the missiles? I swear. Planes? The US Air Force? More tanks? Galloping horses? I got it like right before a cut. Oh my god, this is so awesome. I love horse charges. Horse charges are so epic. Woo, look at that. Look at that shot. Look at that shot. Oh man, look at that. Gotta find a way to take down that helicopter. Oh, Molotov. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, look at that shot. Woo! Oh my god, slow motion explosions in the background, riding a horse with a Molotov cocktail. What more do you want? Oh, he's getting in the tank. Stallone in a tank. The Rambo mobile. Oh my god. Tank versus helicopter. How awesome can this movie get? Oh! And you can tell that's a real helicopter with a real explosion behind it because of the way the smoke curls behind the rotors. Oh! This is like King Kong versus Godzilla, like the showdown. Oh! Tank beats helicopter. Oh my god, that was so awesome. He's got a nice new scar. He got a couple scars in this movie. Wouldn't be a Rambo movie without a scar. Just chilling in the car.
I've got to go.
Aw, you crushed this kid's dreams. At least he has the necklace still, the avocado.
Maybe just a little, sir. Just a little.
Just a little. That's okay. Having a little softness is nothing to worry about. This film is dedicated to the gallant people of Afghanistan. I got chills at the end for some reason. Don't really know why, I just did. I really enjoyed that movie. That movie was so entertaining. So was this movie made because of the war in Afghanistan? It's like sort of like a commentary on the war. I need to look up into it a little bit more. I'll do my review and then look up into it because I'll be researching longer than I need to. Probably. I'll go down this rabbit hole of stuff. So I'll review it and I probably won't get too much into the war aspect of the movie because I just don't know enough about it to really talk about it, and my lack of knowledge would probably just make me sound kind of stupid anyways, but I'll try my best to talk about what I know, and then I'll just talk about the rest of the movie, what I really liked, what I didn't like about it, and yeah, but I thought this movie was really entertaining. And that was my review, or that was my review. That was my reaction. I'm doing my review right now, so hopefully that's not the end of my review already. That was my reaction to Rambo 3. That's all it's called, right? Yeah. Rambo 3, the 1988 action war movie starring the one and only Sylvester Stallone as John Rambo. That movie was really, really entertaining. There were definitely flaws in the movie, which I will get to. I will get to the flaws. But overall, I thought that movie was really, really entertaining. And I think I may have just liked it more than the second movie. I think if I was to order the movies so far, the 3 movies that I've seen, the 3 Rambo movies, in order of liked most to least, it would probably be the first Rambo is the most liked, this Rambo is second, and the second Rambo movie as the third. And I don't really know why. I think it was probably just the final climactic action scene for me in this movie really just nailed it on the head for what I kind of wanted in this movie. I don't know why. I just like wanted it. Okay, and also here's the thing. When I'm watching these movies and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, all these actions and blowing up and these people getting shot and stuff, and I'm like cheering on it and stuff, like I love action movies. I also love like other movies. I love quiet movies. I love movies with no action. But when I go into a movie wanting, like I can go into a movie wanting just fun action, and I don't really need any depth in a movie to have fun. Like this movie, I felt like did not have a crazy amount of depth in it. It was more like the second movie over the first movie where there was some depth, but that wasn't really kind of the focus. I mean, maybe it was, but for me, it wasn't really the focus of the movie. There wasn't like the villains, for example, had almost no depth to them at all. They were very one-dimensional characters. Rambo as well, he like sort of had something going on with him about belonging and stuff like that, and then with the kid and stuff like that, but again, not as much as the first movie. And then the Colonel as well, kind of like all the characters had character development, I feel like, in this movie, and the villains had none. But I didn't really feel like I had so much fun with this movie that I really did not care that much to I just had like so much fun. And I think the reason why I like this movie more than the second, again, is just the final action sequence just kind of gave me everything that I was wanting, and I don't know, I really, really enjoyed it. The second movie will always have the best kill, which was the bow and arrow kill, the bomb kill, like shoo, and it was like super dramatic and super elongated to make it like crazy awesome and just really funny and silly, but it was like the best thing ever for some reason. And he explodes the guy with the one arrow, and you could see him like explode and his guts go everywhere. Like that was probably the best kill in any movie I've ever seen. This one had a pretty close one with the hanging / exploding kill, which was a good kill, but the exploding arrow one will always be better. But yeah, I think I enjoyed this movie more than the second one. Coming out of it, that's how I feel. Like, I don't know, it's been a couple of weeks since I watched the second one, so maybe after all the Rambo movies, I'll have to rewatch them at some point later in the year. Not on the channel probably, but rewatch them later in the year, more back to back, and then I can have a full understanding of which ones I enjoy more and which ones I don't enjoy. But so far I have not enjoyed any of them. I have enjoyed every single movie. I just think this one I liked better than the second one, but I like the first one the most. Anyways, that is not really the point of my review. The point of my review is to talk about this movie. And again, I thought this movie was super entertaining. And I want to say something. I really appreciated and liked the way that they treated the people in Afghanistan, like the locals, like actual people, like Afghans. That's what people in Afghanistan are called, right? Afghans. I really liked that they were not portrayed as bad people. Usually in movies, when people go to Afghanistan, or I don't know, anywhere else in the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia, anywhere else in the Middle East, they're treated as bad people. They're treated as terrorists. They're treated as like drug lords, or like just warlords or something like that. They're always treated as bad people, especially in Western media. Western media has a very bad habit of doing that to not just like Middle Eastern people and Afghan people and stuff like that, like other cultures as well. But a lot of the times, like people from Afghanistan will be used to play terrorists, or will be used to play the bad guys in Western movies. So I'm really happy and glad. I was really worried going into this movie, knowing it was taking place in Afghanistan, that they would be the bad guys in this movie, and that it would be like the freedom fighters, America taking Afghanistan. I was kind of worried about that, but I'm really glad that they were portrayed as normal people, and even better, as good people. I thought that was a really, really good message, and a message, especially from a movie in 1988, a message that I feel like not a lot of movies portrayed or showed. And I don't know, I just thought that was a really cool thing that the movie had, and it made me respect this movie. Even though there was a lot of flaws with this movie, it made me respect this movie even more. So props to this movie. I think Sylvester Stallone wrote this movie again. I'm not too sure, but I think I saw that in the thing. I wasn't really paying attention to the opening credits or even the ending credits. I was listening to the song at the end, and my eyes just kind of glazed over the credits at the start of the movie because I was focusing on everything else and Sylvester Stallone being a monk and stuff like that. I was more interested in that than the credits. So yeah, I think Sylvester Stallone wrote the script, and props to him. I know that this movie was definitely commentary on the Afghan war, the war in Afghanistan, but I don't really know too much about that war. I know that it's lasted a long time, and I know that just now Joe Biden has declared that he's taking US troops out of Afghanistan, but again, I'm not like super familiar with the war in there. Like I know that it's happening. I know kind of stuff that's happened with it, and I've seen some movies about it and stuff, but I don't know enough about, especially during 1988, I don't know enough about what was happening then to say much about the commentary that this movie has. So I'm going to leave that for you guys in the comments, and I'm going to leave that for my own research after this review as well. I will be doing some in-depth research because I think this is really interesting, and I want to know exactly how much commentary Sylvester Stallone put into this movie about the war, because he seems very against the war in this movie, in my opinion. And again, the Russians, the Soviet Union, are the bad guys. Again, it always seems to be the case that it's always America versus the Soviet Union, and I know that is true in recent history, but it's kind of funny that both movies had Russian villains. Speaking of the villains, this is where I'll start talking about the flaws. Villains in this movie, weakest of the three movies. In the first movie, the villain was the guy who was a soldier in the Korean War. Thank you everyone for telling me that he was a soldier in the Korean War. I don't think that was established in the movie. It was definitely something you could see in his office. Someone told me that, but I don't think it was established in the movie. He never said it or anything like that, but it was in the book, but I have not read the book, so I did not know that. It makes a lot of sense why he was angry, because it feels like his war was forgotten while the Vietnam War just ended and everyone was kind of talking about that and stuff. So it makes sense, but he was the villain, and he was a really good villain. He was an amazing villain, actually. I really, really liked him. Second movie was both the US Army and the Russian guys, and for me, that movie still had better villains than this one. The Russian guy I thought was a cooler villain. He was like very smart, very intellectual. I don't know. I just thought he was really cool. I loved when he was on screen. And then the US one was just like a shock to me. And then I felt like betrayed. I felt just like John Rambo. I felt betrayed. So that one kind of like hit me for some reason. But in this movie, the guy, Marc de Jonge, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, who played the Russian colonel. He was okay, he did not have any character development. Here's my issue with him. I have two big major issues with him. One, he felt very one-dimensional because he did not really have any character development. The only thing that really kind of gave him character was when he looked in the mirror and you could see like family pictures on the wall. And so I assume he has a family back in Russia. And then when he said like, the government has forgotten about you or something like that, he said that in a way that made me think that the government had forgotten about him, but it wasn't clarified or anything like that. It was just, in my opinion, it was implied. But that was all we got, just like one quick line, one quick shot. That was kind of all the character that he was given, besides obviously that he's a colonel trying to kill Rambo. And so he felt very flat, very one-dimensional. He didn't really feel like a person. He just kind of felt like an obstacle that Rambo had to get through, that I knew he was going to get through in the end. So obviously, like, while everything was awesome, the stakes, I didn't really feel many stakes because the colonel, the Soviet Union colonel, did not feel like a threat to me. My other big issue with the villain is that Rambo barely interacts with him. The best thing that villains can do in movies, the best way to set up your final conflict, I feel like, with a villain and your hero is to have them continuously meet at different points in the film. Maybe the villain wins one battle, the hero wins one battle, the villain wins another battle, or the villain has won like all these other battles, and then the last stand the hero wins. The villain and the hero should keep meeting at different points, should keep intersecting, should keep fighting, maybe not even fighting each other, just like locking eyes or something, like seeing each other from across the battlefield. And they did not really do that. It wasn't even until over halfway through the movie that Rambo realized that this guy's the head honcho when he's stepping out of the helicopter and he has the big hat on, and Rambo's like, Rambo, I don't feel like hadn't even seen him until that point in the film, which was almost before the final climax. So it was kind of disappointing that they never got to meet. It was always the Sam, Colonel, I'm gonna call him Colonel Sam, Rambo's partner, I guess, in this movie. He was always the one interacting with the Russian, I keep saying Russian. I think it counts as Russian, right? Soviet Union Russian, as the Russian colonel. And while their interactions were good, the Russian colonel needed to interact with Rambo because, again, the stakes between him and Rambo just did not really add up to me. I didn't feel anything, and the conflict between them did not feel in any way, shape, or form personal because, again, they had not met each other at all in the movie. They never once even talked to each other. I feel like it was always he was in the helicopter or he was walking away from the helicopter and Rambo would see him from afar. There was never a moment of like connection between the two, not like a connection, you know what I mean, but like a moment where the two actually faced off person to person, even just talking. Even if he had captured Rambo and they had talked like that would have made the stakes for me a lot higher because there was a personal connection between the two characters already. They'd already faced off and the villain had already won. And while the villain, I guess, did win against Rambo the first time when he made made Rambo leave the colonel in the prison cell, the villain was not present. The main villain, the Russian colonel, was not present. So that's my biggest issue with the movie. My other issue was that there were some scenes that I felt like did not need to be in this movie. Like the fight scene at the start of the movie, I felt like did not need to be in it. It was a cool fight scene. It was a pretty awesome fight scene. He was versing like curly-haired Aquaman, and I thought it was a cool fight scene, just it did not need to be in the movie. I didn't really feel like it serviced the plot at all. If this was the first Rambo movie, it would have been a good opening because it would have shown that Rambo knows how to fight and he knows what he's doing and stuff like that. But I feel like that this action sequence was made at the start of the movie to show what Rambo was doing at the time. However, I feel like they did not need to use the action sequence because they could have just started it with the monastery at the start of the movie with him with the monks and nothing would have changed in the movie. The action sequence I felt like was only there for being their sake, if that makes sense. And so I did not really feel anything. Like, it was fun to watch, but I didn't really feel anything watching that action sequence. But yeah, speaking of action sequences, that final action set piece though, woo, zooey mama, that final action set piece was good. It kind of, at the start of the final action set piece, kind of reminded me, if anyone has seen the third Lord of the Rings movie, when the Nazgul, which are like I think that's what they're called, the big black flying dragon looking things, are attacking the horse riders as they're trying to go to Gondor, which is a big white city. The horse riders are the good guys, the Nazgul are the bad guys. There are dragons trying to attack these horse riders, and Gandalf comes in, the wizard, and he saves them with this beam of light, knocking the Nazgul back. This will make no sense for you if you haven't watched Lord of the Rings, I guess. But if you have, you know what I'm talking about. And the start of that set piece, when the horses come, it reminded me of that because all the horses were charging and then the helicopters were swooping around them and just killing them all off one by one, and you needed someone to come and stop the helicopters from taking out all the horses. I don't know why it reminded me of that, but it did. And the final action set piece was phenomenal. It was just epic. It was so entertaining, and while I didn't feel very many stakes, or the stakes I felt like were not very high to Rambo and the Russian colonel, especially because I know there's another Rambo movie, so I know Rambo's going to live and I know the Russian colonel is probably going to die, right? But it was just so entertaining and so much fun, and some of the shots were just so good, and like the actual stunts on camera with the helicopters and the tanks and the horse riders, it was just so well filmed and choreographed and just just beautiful to watch at some points. Like the explosions were beautiful to watch when the helicopter was low to the ground and the tank were charging each other, or like when the tank was in the foreground and the helicopter was in the background, kind of blurry, and then there was an explosion behind it. It was just like, it was like a beautiful mess. I don't know how to explain it. A beautiful mess, and it was so entertaining to watch. This movie kept me engrossed, even though the characters were a little lacking. I think the movie kept me engrossed because of those amazing action set pieces. But I did appreciate the quiet moments at the start of the movie. It was very quiet until the Russians invade that rebel base. It was a very quiet movie up until that point, and I did really appreciate that. I thought it was just going to be guns a-blazing from the beginning, but it wasn't. And again, I really did like that. It kind of reminded me of the first Rambo movie at that point, when it was just like a lot of talking, a lot of kind of emotions being felt from these different characters. I really did enjoy that part of the movie quite a bit, and it's really surprised me for this third movie. I thought, because the second movie, it did have some moments like that, but it was mostly guns a-blazing. But in this movie, the first, 25-30 minutes was almost no action, and it surprised me, but I really liked it. Okay, moving on to the characters, because I don't really know how long I've been talking, but I feel like I've been talking a long time. So moving on to the characters. Sylvester Stallone as John Rambo. Again, Sylvester Stallone as Rambo. I feel like it's the role that he was born to play. He is so good as Rambo. In this movie, I thought he did a brilliant job. I just don't think Rambo himself had a lot of character development again, which unfortunately brings down the character for me. But I still love Rambo as the character. The thing is, I remember that there's a movie before this and a movie before this, and he has all this character development. So it's kind of like if you think about a Marvel movie and they have a character in it, like Avengers Endgame, let's say, that there's almost no character development in Avengers Endgame, but that's because they have so many other character developments in other movies that you don't really need it in that movie. So I feel like while the second movie didn't have much development, the first movie had enough character development for me to still be in love with Rambo and still kind of go with whatever he does, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Sylvester Stallone did a great job. He felt way buffer in this movie than the other movies. I feel like he worked out a lot more. Still not sure if he ever was a bodybuilder and then he became an actor, or if he was just always a buff guy. But yeah, very interesting. He was really good in the action scenes, especially. He's just so good at the action. He's scary, but he always looks like he knows what he's doing, and he did a great job. I thought that Rambo's character at the start was kind of interesting, how he felt like he never belonged anywhere until he was with the monks, and he was like, I like it here. I belong here. I've never really felt like that before. And then obviously he was pulled away from that. I just wish they had done something with that a little bit more. Maybe the end of the movie signified that he does belong as a soldier, that he does belong there because he likes helping people. And especially with that kid, maybe that's what that implied at the end. But I'm not really too sure. It wasn't super clear, but that's what I'm thinking now. Maybe that's what that meant. But yeah, Sylvester Stallone did a really brilliant job. I'm only going to talk about two more characters because everyone else was kind of minor in this movie. Richard Crenna, I think that's how you say his last name, as Colonel Sam. He is very fun in these movies. He's very one note to me in these movies, but I don't really mind. This is the type of movie that these types of one note characters thrive in, if you know what I mean. He was just very good with Sylvester Stallone. It's nice to see him in the field with Sylvester Stallone. I know that he does pass away, the actual actor, before the fourth Rambo movie, so I'm glad that he has this moment with Rambo in this movie, and with Sylvester Stallone as well. That really just kind of links their characters together in the field for the first time in action, and their chemistry together, Sylvester Stallone and Richard Crenna's chemistry together, was really good. And I'm so glad that they got to be together in this movie for most of it, at least. Richard Crenna especially did a fantastic job. He was pretty funny at times, and he was very good at the action sequences again. He looked like he knew what he was doing. He looked like he was very tough, and I thought he was a great addition to as being Rambo's kind of number 2 in this movie. I really liked it. Okay, Marc de Jonge, I've already talked to you about him. Don't really need to do much else as the Russian colonel. I thought he did a good job with his character. I just don't think the character did any service to the movie at all. He was a very weak character in my opinion, very one-dimensional. Yeah, I've already talked about this. If you've been listening to my review, I've already talked about this. But yeah, I thought he was fun to watch on screen, but the character was lacking quite a bit. The only other person I'm going to talk about is I'm going to say his name wrong. I am so sorry in advance. Doudi Shoua as Hamid. The kid. It's the kid. Amid. That's how you say his name. I'm so sorry. I need someone to please tell me how to say this. He was so fun in the movie to watch. I was so mad whenever he would join the battle. Like, kid, go away. Kid, go away. But he was really sweet in this movie, and I really liked whenever he was on screen. I thought he brought like a very nice innocence to the film, which I didn't know that the movie really needed until I saw it. I don't know. I just thought it was really cool, and I thought that Doudi Shoua. I'm so sorry. Doudi Shoua. That's my final pronunciation of the name. Doudi Shoua. I thought he did a amazing job. So yeah, that is my review and my reaction to Rambo 3. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these beautiful people right here. It means a lot for you to be listening to my reviews and supporting me, supporting my channel. It means a whole lot. And thank you so much for listening to my reviews. If you made it this far, it means a lot for you to be listening to me talk. And I'll see you. Well, that was a big and. And I'll see you. I scared myself with that end. Okay, I gotta finish this. And I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.